Hi guys, Terry Brown with All Bass No Bull, and I've got some people from South Africa that are fishing the Black Bass World Championship. Hi guys, how's it going? I got Ott Defoe, looks like Scott Martin, Drew Gill. You guys, practice days are over, or are you getting ready to fish? What's going on?
Today was our official last day of practice. We've been here for 3 days on Lake Arabi Dam, and we finished up practice today. And tomorrow the competition will start. So there's 3 teams in this event. It's myself and Logan Parks. It's Ott Defoe and Drew Gill, and it's Jacob Wheeler and Kyle Welcher. And we're gonna get this thing kicked off tomorrow morning.
Tell me about the fishing. I mean, South Africa, that's where Ray Scott started putting Florida strains. I know that. Tell me about where you're fishing. Is that one of those locations?
Yeah, so Robbie Dam is a reservoir. That's why it's referred to as the Robbie Dam. But I'm not sure exactly the surface acres. It's about 15, no more than 20 miles end to end. It's got standing timber. It's got a lot of rock. It does have a little bit of grass. The water's actually up right now for this lake. Um, Absolutely full of fish. I don't know that I have fished a lot of places, honestly, that per acre probably have more bass in it. But it does have a lot of really, really small fish, really, really small to just small. It does have a lot of those. But it is a neat place, a very unique place. I feel like it maybe fishes a little bit like some Central Texas, kind of top stuff. But it is a neat place, and it does have some really big fish in it. But it's the neat thing being here in September, our fall, it's their spring, so we're kind of having to recalculate our clocks as to what the fish are doing right now.
Everything's opposite down here.
Well, you guys have done this for 19 years now. We've had some sort of championship. Who are the other countries that are involved?
So there's 14 other countries, and I maybe 15, but 14 other countries involved, and it's a very elaborate list. But of course, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Italy, Spain, Portugal. I don't know if France is here, but Mexico, Australia, Canada, of course, Germany's here, Croatia, Serbia. It's a big list of people from all over the world, and that's what's so cool. When I started doing this about 6 years ago, it would just open my eyes up. And Jacob Wheeler's been a part of this for a long time as well, and it's opened both of our eyes up for how awesome this opportunity is for in general the sport of bass fishing. As we've traveled around to Italy and to Portugal, now South Africa and Mexico, and we're running into these hundreds of people that love bass fishing and they're into it as much as we are, and they have local tournaments in their countries, and there's tackle shops, and we're here in South Africa, and there's 45 bass boats here with the top end equipment. Like, this is really cool to see how the whole world is loving bass fishing right now.
Well, the ultimate goal is to make an Olympic sport. I mean, that's really what you're shooting at, is trying to do that. And I think that with 19 years of experience, I think it's getting close. And I think all the guys that have been involved in the background, as well as you anglers, this is giving us a chance to maybe see it as an Olympic sport.
I think so. There's several boxes you have to check to become an Olympic sport, and one is to be recognized and recognized by the Olympic Committee. The other is you have to have a sport that is accepted around the world. You have to have so many different countries involved, and there's all these things, and we're checking those boxes every single year. And so every time we do this and having a successful event like this and put a spotlight on this opportunity, it gets us one step closer to making it a reality.
And a big part of what you mentioned there a little bit, and something I want to tap in on. And Clint, please tell me your last name.
Skinner.
Skinner. So a couple of the people that are here with us that I personally just developed a relationship with this week, but John Knight, Clint Skinner, those people that are really have played a big, big role in letting us be able to do what we're doing here. And I mean, they are the people behind the scenes, and the people with Tomcat Boats that supply us with boats this week. It's just absolutely incredible, the hospitality that people have shown and the support that we have behind us. We're all we do is go fishing. That is literally all we do. Everybody else is making everything else happen.
Well, I got to ask the Illinois guy something. What is this like, Illinois guy? What is this like? Is it like any place you've ever seen in Illinois to fish?
Not in Illinois. The Midwest is very different from South Africa. It's very different.
3% different.
So
I bet it's more like 97.
it's substantial. Although a lot of the local flora and fauna are very similar. There's a lot of goats and cows, and a lot of birds.
Monkeys.
But monkeys
Well,
are different. We got a painted horse that stays here at this establishment that we're at right now. So it's pretty darn cool. Very un-Midwestern for sure. But this lake, the interesting thing about it is it has, and this is something I could go really deep into if I wanted to, but it has really scheduled inconsistency, meaning this place will change year to year in terms of water level significantly. But because of their rainy season, the fact that they can go months on end without a speck of rain is absolutely incredible. And it's something that's a really unique factor that's present in this lake. And thankfully, we're here at a time where it's not significantly drawn down and you're seeing the full breadth of what the acreage can be in this fishery. But it's a really, really interesting scenario because, this isn't really an issue back home. In the Midwest, a lot of fisheries I fish, specifically right around the house, your water level is not going to swing more than a foot in the entire year. In this place, I mean, you go back through Google Earth imagery and it swings up to 30. And it's really incredible because the dam is mostly just a spillage. It doesn't have any hydroelectric generation on it, meaning you can't. This dam doesn't run water constantly to generate power. It's literally just water storage for the farms and agriculture around here, and so they're constantly drawing from that water source. So this place is, because of that factor, it's unlike anything I've ever seen. The country as a whole, for sure, and definitely the fishery, and it's been a really unique experience. It's been something that I'm looking forward to fishing the next 3 days and really learning as we start to get into trying to catch them, trying to hook them, and weighing them in. That is going to it's going to show its true colors for sure.
Well,
What's really neat, Terry, about this, what's really neat about this format, Terry, is that this is a true team event. In essence of, we're like, it's Logan and I, it's Ott and Drew, it's Jacob and Kyle, and we're all strategically fishing different parts of the lake every day. We're talking several times throughout the day to find out exactly who's doing what we've discovered, what patterns we've uncovered, and we're strategizing to that way we can ensure that we have a great event for all three teams, because this is a little different than, say, a cumulative weight tournament. We're not counting total weight over the course of 3 days. This is it's a point system, and it's the opposite of what most people would think. In the United States, mostly we get high points for doing well. Like Angler of the Year, you get 200 points if you win a tournament. Here, if you're first place after the first day, you get 1 point. If you're second place after the first day, you get 2 points, and so on. And so you're going to add up your points each day. So hopefully, the very best that we could do, if we're first, second, and third after day one, the very best we can do is 6 points. And and then day one's over, and we go out, and it's a new tournament the second day. We accumulate the points again for day 2 and day 3. Then we add all the points together. So the very best we could possibly do is 18 points. If we got 18 points for the entire tournament, that we unbeatable, be first, second, third every single day. The scary thing is, Jacob could go out and catch a 25-pound bag being first, get 1 point. We could have a tough day and finish 30th, and we're going to get 30 points, and that really hurts the team. So there's a lot of strategy here in this event that makes it way different than our normal thinking of just go out and catch as much as you can.
Well, you're the consummate pro, and that was going to be my next question: is how is it scored? So you're way ahead of me on that. Let's talk a little bit about. You're not in a thatched hut, okay? You're not. What is the conditions? What are the boat ramps like? What are some of the things that you've seen on this particular body of water that people will be interested in?
Yeah, I mean, the boat ramp, the only concrete ramp I've seen so far was underwater because the water's actually up. So pretty much where they're launching boats is just off of, it's a lot of clay, a lot of gravel, a lot of rock. So they're launching boats off of very flat places on the bank, basically. Kind of like what we do where I live in East Tennessee when the water's down, actually. But so it's a lot of that. And teams teams here at this event are kind of broke up. Like there's one area on the lake, it's called Allo Park, where a lot of the teams are housing, and that's actually the main launch point. Maybe the only launch point. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's the primary launch point. And then all the boats are moving over to where takeoff actually is from on the water, which is for us. Our boats are not being kept here where we're staying at. We're actually just driving to that launch point, and our boats are already there for us. And that's again, that's a lot of the hospitality and the support that we have here.
But they've got a great event set up. They have big breakfast for us every single morning. They have tablecloths set up lakeside. It's all catered breakfast. They have all the flags for the country set up. A lot of media going on. All the boats parked.
MLF could really take note of that, and they
Yeah,
can feed us breakfast.
that's right.
We'll blast off every day if they want something to get a good thumbs up.
That would be.
I'll take that. Be a good.
All right.
But tell them where we're staying.
What are some?
Yeah, so we are at
Go ahead. Go ahead.
we are at the Kukukwina Lodge. We are upriver of where we're fishing a little ways. So we're actually on a body of water that's not connected to the fishery that we're on. It is connected, but there's some abutments and dams between here and there. But we're out here. The big part of this week that I think, has been a little bit of a surprise to me. Yes, we knew it coming in a little bit, but this place is remote. Like all the stuff for this tournament, all of the projects and the stages and the tents and everything, they put it up. It's the bank.
Yeah.
There was nothing there before this tournament started, and this organization has brought out all of these people, all of this equipment, all of these props and tents and things, and they've thrown it all up just for this event. Like, this place is remote. When you drive around here, people are confused, genuinely. This is not a normal thing. And so, like, when we go around here, this is a place that's untouched. I mean, there's more boats fishing in Long Creek at Table Rock in one day than there's fishing on this lake in a month. This place is the middle of nowhere. And so it's super cool to be kind of immersed in that feeling. Like, we are here to fish, and that's all there is to do while we're here. We go to the lake, we get after it, we've trained for 3 days, we come back, we eat dinner, and we get ready to do it again. I mean, this week has been very purposeful, and they've gone a long ways, the organization that sets up this tournament, to establish it, because it's not a boat ramp. There's not a tournament facility. They have made the tournament facility, and that's really, really impressive. I think this would have been a logistical nightmare. And so for it to be set up the way it is very, very nice.
And the accommodations are great. We're at the Kubu Lodge, and it's great. And it's at these little, like, nice little individual cabins.
Mhm.
And it's very African feeling. There's little monkeys climbing around the trees. There's a zebra, literally, like, right there. I'm like, it's right over there. And so it's is really true Africa, to be honest with you. We haven't seen a big lion, but there's hippos in the water, like 100 yards from here. So you gotta be careful. It's a very cool, unique place. And there's a lot of fish, and there's actually some big ones too. Every day we've caught some big bass, and so the fishing's been really good.
What are you doing with gear? I mean, tell me about how much did you bring? How much are you getting? I mean, what do you bring? What did you bring along with you to fish with?
Everybody brought one rod tube and a small bag.
Yeah. Jacob Wheeler brought enough rods and tackle for all of us, but we each brought our own supply. I brought about a dozen rods and probably 60 or 70 pounds of tackle, and that would probably be ballpark in the middle of what I'd say everybody was.
How long did it take you to get there?
The flight from Atlanta to Johannesburg, actual duration that we ended up in the air was about 15 hours.
And then you had to drive from Johannesburg to where you're at, right?
Couple hours, yeah, couple hours, yep.
No, not terrible, not terrible. Scott, you've been doing this
not too
probably
bad.
longer than anybody there, you and Jacob. Has the experience been something that you've relished? Is it something that, besides the tournament, besides the camaraderie, and because of meeting all these other guys from other countries, what has been the highlight for you doing it as long as you've done it?
Really just what you said, meeting all these guys. We've met a lot of the same guys over the years, and a lot of new ones along the way. And, the hospitality, everybody's just so helpful. Every time we've done one of these events around the world, it really just speaks to me on how we need to be in America to make sure that we're reciprocating that hospitality, because, man, these people are bending over backwards. I mean, even for us to do this call tonight, we had to call our good friend Clint to see if he could bring a a little Wi-Fi hotspot, and just everybody's just prepared and doing some great things and making this really a great event and making it easy for all the teams. Not only just for us, they're treating all the other countries the same exact way. And some of the other countries are staying here at this lodge, and we're doing dinner with them at night, and just it's a lot of fun. And I tell you, for me, fishing these different bodies of water and seeing how these fish react, there's a lot of similarities, but there's also so many things that aren't similar, and it's really cool to see that.
Well, what is the as you fish this? Of course, you got Pride to USA on your shirt and hat. What else do you get? Do you win any money? Is there what is it? Go to the next event? What are some of the things that happen out of the medal? What do you get?
We just get a gold medal. There's no prize money involved. And so as we've done this, Jacob, come over real quick, jump in. As
Yeah.
we've done this, over the years, there's never been a penny that any of us have ever made. Matter of fact, we Team USA through the sponsors, which I have to say a huge thank you to every single one of the sponsors of Team USA. We wear them proudly on our back, and we all have our individual sponsors that support us back home. But without the sponsors of Team USA, there's 100% zero chance we could do this. I want to say that this event probably cost somewhere between $50,000 and $70,000 just to put together for Team USA. And again, that's expenses for airfare, food, lodging, all the different things that go on with this. So, it's a huge deal for us to have the sponsors that we have. And even with that, we're still ponying up a lot of our own money to participate. So, as both Jacob and I are team captains here, we have to thank Ott and everybody, Drew, Logan, Kyle, for coming, because there's a lot of even little expenses that they're having to kind of pony up to be here. And again, with no money on the line, that's a very unique thing. And most of our tournaments that we fished over the years, we're always wanting to know what first place pays. And first place plays a gold medal and pride for our country.
Yeah,
Well,
pride for our
you
country.
bring up
Absolutely.
you bring
The
up a
honor
good
of representing.
you bring up a good point. I mean, it's about pride. It's about pride in your country. So I'm asking you here on this live broadcast here, you're probably looking for some more sponsors for this thing, right?
Absolutely. We would love to have new sponsors. And if anybody's watching this podcast, if there's another company out there in the industry that's watching this saying, I want to get involved, reach out to usabass.org. We'll get back a hold of you immediately, Tony or Charlie Evans or John Knight. We'll all get a hold of you, and we'll put something together. We've even had opportunities where we've had individuals that own small little companies of some sort that we welcome those. It can be a big fishing company. It could be somebody watching this in the Midwest that owns a steel fabrication shop that wants to have pride of having their logo on our jersey. We would love to do that. So at the end of the day, that's really what it's about.
Yeah,
Well,
because that's
Jacob,
truly
you snuck in late, and I know you were hiding in the weeds back there somewhere, looking at the zebra. But tell me a little bit about your experience with it. You've been doing it a long time too.
Yeah, I have. I think what it really this experience every single time that I've been able to compete is really just broaden your horizon a little bit. A lot of times when we go and fish tournaments, we're fishing for ourselves and fishing for our families and that sort of ways. This is where you're representing your country and you're trying to represent everybody back home in Indiana, from where I grew up to the whole country of bass fishing that we really were where we were at. And to me overall, that has been the biggest eye opener, and also the passion that so many other countries have for the sport that we love. I mean, that is the two things that I feel like, to me, day in and day out. I'm like, man, it just every time I fly back home from one of these events, it's just like, wow, you realize how sometimes our one track minded in our single event, or there's big money in the events that we're fishing, but then also realizing there's a lot more out there in the world, and we can grow the sport even bigger than maybe we thought we could.
I've always believed that if we just had guys like us running the world, we'd be a lot better shape. I think if we have guys like us that are fishermen, we're going to be in much better shape. So I'm looking at this thing. You guys, you got a guy from Spain that walks up. You're going to talk to him. You're going to share baits. You're going to do whatever you do. And that is really a cool thing about fishing, is that it doesn't have boundaries of politics and all the other things. That's really a neat thing to see happen with you guys.
Yeah, it truly is to see how much, and Scott touched on it earlier, but I had fished in Italy a long time ago, 12 years ago or something, and that experience of being around people that are as passionate about bass fishing from another country, where it is way more difficult for most all those places. I mean, growing up in East Tennessee where I did, I could be on 6 different lakes in an hour. These people often have to drive 6 hours to get to one lake, and it might not be a very good one. You know, so the effort that these people have to put into it and the passion they have to dedicate the kind of time and resources it takes to love the sport that is so easy for us, it really inspires you to to just to honestly to treasure what we have in America.
You guys are the best of the best, and I wish you the best. I expect to see a gold medal next time I see you guys. So the 3, 2, 1, 5, 6, 27, whatever it is, the math you have to put together on it. I'll be watching. If there's anything we can do, you let us know. But thank you for being with us here today.
I appreciate it. I do want to say one thing because a lot of people watch this and they've made comments on our Facebook social posts like, "Oh, y'all got the best in the world. You guys it's almost unfair. You guys are going to destroy everybody." Let me tell you, Jake and I have been doing this for many years, and we've won gold a bunch, but we came in second last time we were in South Africa 6 years ago by like a pound. We won gold medal in Portugal from a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
We didn't win gold last year in Italy. And so these other countries, even though they're not the household names in bass fishing, these guys can catch fish.
Well, it's reminiscent of basketball. If you remember, USA used to dominate in basketball, right? We always were the first. We always won the gold. We were always, all of a sudden, everybody said, this is a pretty good sport. I think that's what you're seeing in fishing, too. Hey, this is a pretty good sport. They're out there going to bust their tail just like you guys do. Name doesn't have anything to do with the final result. It doesn't matter if you're Jacob Wheeler or Terry Brown. It doesn't make a bit of difference. The fish don't know who's up there. So good luck to you guys. I hope you do well, and I'll be pulling for you.
Thank you.